Shalom, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. I was supposed to be trying to do this video. I was supposed to do this video last week but I didn't. But I'll do this today because um, I was woken up out of my sleep. I mean, I've been had these notes together and all that stuff to do this video, but I just was kind of like, I guess, dragging my foot on this thing, on this topic, because it's not something that I really want to talk about, but it's very necessary. Shout out to everybody that enjoyed the video that me and my best friend and my good sis Trish did, talking about friendship. We got a lot of positive feedback, so praise y'all for that. And just, I'm on here to just kind of encourage people and help people navigate through life, especially if you're trying to live a life pleasing to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And so I like to share my experiences with you guys, you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to make the same mistakes I make, or, you know what I'm saying, probably get more enlightened in what you should do in your own life. You know what I'm saying? More revelation or whatever. So I always want to be iron sharpening iron. You know what I'm saying? I'm iron and I want to be amongst other iron. And we can just kind of build on each other and help each other grow. So anyway, so the title of this video, I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to get straight into it. Hopefully I won't be before you guys long. I have notes and I have a few scriptures. So something that I recently realized about myself, and I had to deal with these emotions for a month. So I'm gonna get into it. Hopefully I won't be all over the place. I hope not to be all over the place with this, but so the title of this video, how I dealt with my jealousy of the Gentiles. And so disclaimer to the Israelites and to the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? This video, if you're listening to respond, then this video may upset you. If you're listening to understand, then you won't get upset. You will understand exactly what I'm saying. And also, because I'm going to say some things that may rub some people the wrong way. Be it your bloodborne Israelite, be it your Gentile. Some things I might say may rub you the wrong way, And so I do want to express this point. The Gentiles, so I'm looking at my notes. The Gentiles that's cleaving and that really love Yah and his people, please don't take what I'm about to say in this video as an attack on you. You know what I'm saying? You keep following Yah and living a life that's pleasing to him, because he's the only person that can put you in heaven or hell. So forget about what some of these hateful Israelites may be saying or whatever. Don't forget about all that. You know what I'm saying? You focus on your relationship with Yah. So for the ones that's really cleaving to true Israel and trying to live righteously, then please, I'm not attacking you in no way, in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? So since being in this awakening for some time, I really understand who I am as an Israelite. And even though when I first came into the awakening, I still was partly brainwashed. Yes, I was excited to know that, hey, man, the Bible is my history book and all this stuff, and I'm learning, about my real history and all that stuff. So I was excited. And then I also was angry for a while. I was angry because I had been lied to for so many years, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't. So that was one thing that I dealt with, but I still was partly brainwashed. And we're going to get into what I mean by that, you know what I'm saying? But now, as time went along, I'm studying the Bible, studying scriptures, reading, more revelation is coming, just being around other Israelites, you know what I'm saying, other leaders, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Eder Barawak, Sagala, K. Judas, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying. I really rock with y'all the long way. And now I'm also following Jediah, forgive me if I'm butchering his name. He's a Hebrew. He teaches and speak Hebrew. He speaks it fluently. He writes it fluently. All that stuff. So shout out to the elders that's really trying to hold it down in this community, and really try to help. You know what I'm saying, our people, or whatever. But as time went along, though, I'm starting to. I'm not brainwashed anymore, if you will. So I'm full. My eyes are fully open to this world and the system, the beast system of this world and everything like that. My eyes is fully open. So as a result of that, my feelings or what I believe, all that stuff start to change. Like my perspective in life, in this walk around people, had changed. And for a while, I never believed that I was jealous of the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? You know how the Bible say that, for example, I'm going to read Psalm 78:58. For they provoked him to anger with their high places and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. Oh, no, wait, let me see another verse. Okay, Deuteronomy 32:21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. Right. So for a long time, I never thought that I was jealous of the Gentiles. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like they can come. You know what I'm saying? Because I still had the mindset of we all are the same and it's one race, human race, you know, all that stuff. Because we're not the same. If you really read the scriptures, and people will say, oh, people will say, oh, that's I see something called race idolatry and stuff like that. And no, I'm not worshiping my race, nothing like that, because it's some people in this awakening that I stay far away from me, that look like me, stay far away from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But for a long time, I never believed that I was jealous of the other Gentiles because of the way that I used to think and how I was just like all inclusive, all everybody, we all, you know, can, you know, be friends and stuff like that. Because at one time, I was very too friendly. You know, so I spoke about this in the past. I think one of the videos I did was called "Don't Be So Friendly That You're Stupid," right? And I used to be a person that was very friendly, very kind of oblivious to certain things because I just wanted us to all get along. We all can be friends. We all this, that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so that was me for a long time. And like I said, with everything that's going on in this world today, as far as how my people are still being strange fruit in trees. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, the Nolan Wells situation, all this stuff that's going on in the world with these other nations against my people, I no longer feel comfortable being around people that don't look like me. I don't want to be in a whole bunch of. I don't want to be in a room with a whole bunch of people that don't and I'm the only person that looks like me in the room. I just don't want to do that because of what has constantly been done to my people back then, and it just never really stopped. You know what I'm saying? And now with this current administration, they feel like they have the what's the word? They're so on Front Street with it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's the whole Make America Great Again, the whole MAGA movement and what's behind that, you know what I'm saying? They feel like they can just do and say whatever, you know what I'm saying? And as a result of that, I'm not one to try to be in the midst with a bunch of Gentiles. And when I say Gentiles, I'm not just talking about white America. I'm talking about Asians, Africans, whoever that's not an Israelite. I'm not trying to be around or submerge myself with a bunch in their area because of what is constantly done to my people. But don't get it twisted though. Also, as a matter of fact, yesterday a live was happening on Jediah's channel. And I was never, I mean, I knew about this, but I didn't know to the extent of there is some people that only believe in the Old Testament. They do not believe in the Messiah. I'm talking about Israelites, blood-born Israelites that do not believe in the Messiah. They only believe in the Old Testament. Those people stay far away from me. I don't even want to be in a room with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not trying to attack nobody, but I'm just sharing how my perspective had changed and what happened to my mental as a result of, you know what I'm saying, me feeling this way, you know? And so we tend to focus on, but and then too, like, you know, in this community, in the Israelite community, the focus is mainly on white people. Why? Because they're the one that's running the country. They're the one that's in charge over everything, like, and stuff like that. But Gentiles are non-Israelites. Africans are Gentiles. Asians are Gentiles. Whoever that's not Israelites are Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot that to deal with to be involved with a race of people that look like me, is hated everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be minding our own business and get attacked. Or it's, you know what I'm saying? We're always the focal point of everything. You know what I'm saying? And so that right there, as I think about it, they have shown us time after time that they hate us. And so because of that, I don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? It's people that look like me I don't trust. So with that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a kind of person that's walking on, not eggshells, but my antennas are raised very high. And the people, again, the Gentiles that really, I know not everywhere. Just hear me out, Dan. Hear me out. You know what I'm saying? I was just about to make a point. The ones that I know that love, I know some Gentiles that really rock with true Israel, really is cleaving, really love Yah and his people. You get what I'm saying? I know some of them, and I will never ever take that away from the ones that really rock with us. This is not a dig at none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a dig at none of the Gentiles that's cleaving to us that really is about Yah's business. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these races, you know what, I don't want to be around none of them. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, some of my people that look like me, it's some of them I don't want to be around. And I'm not going to name, I could say some names, but I'm not going to, it's not even that deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even say that, you know? So, like I said, I would never take that away from the Gentiles that rock with us. Not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that you guys can, the ones that's really for real. And again, it's not many of y'all. It's not many Gentiles that really rock with us. Just like the Bible say, 2/3 of Israel is going to be killed because, you know what I'm saying, only 1/3 of us is going to make it into the kingdom. If it's only a remnant of our people that's going to accept the Messiah, imagine how much Gentiles. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? There's only a remnant of Gentiles that's going to really love Yah's people and Yah and know the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with y'all the long way. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I was trusting the people for a very long time, and it was always to my detriment. You know what I'm saying? And Yah showed me that about myself, and I had to change that because I was so. We all can be friends. We all can, and it was always to my detriment. You know what I'm saying? And Yah changed it about me. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, you know what I'm saying? Now, for someone that struggled with hating others, because I know, you know, like one of the elders I watched, he said he hated white people. He hated them and did stuff to them that was bad. You know what I'm saying? And so for him, the Most High, now he's embracing, you know what I'm saying? He has a ministry. He's embracing the ones that want to come and be a part of and cleave, he's embracing them. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that it has to be a balance. That's just me. I believe that it has to be a balance. It's some that's more reserved and kind of like, I don't know, let me see. And then there are ones that are like, okay, yeah, come on in. Let's, you know what I'm saying? If you want to follow y'all, come on in, you know? So, yeah, so I had to change some things. And so one of the things I noticed, one of the things I've learned since coming from one ministry in particular, I'm not even, listen, it's not about them. I got to make a point though. But the ministry that I was a part of, and it was plenty of Gentiles in there, you know, but it was some of them in there that still have the white privileged, white supremacist mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some of the sojourners that say they sojourning, some still have the white privilege, white supremacist mindset. Oh, Shalom, but not, let me see. Benaiah. Did I say it right? Cause I get, you know. But anyway, so it's some people that's sojourning that I realized that is they still have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I do know that in this, it is we in this awakening we do have agents. You know what I'm saying? Be it they look like me, be it they're another nation. We do have agents. We have to be careful about who we surround ourselves with. You know what I'm saying? And so I learned that I learned that going to that ministry. You know what I'm saying? And it raised my antennas. And so as a result, I learned that there's people that say they are cleaving, but they have a hidden agenda. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to be aware of of those kind of people. And okay, Benaiah. Oh, Benaiah. Wait, Benaiah. Benaiah. Okay, got it. Okay, but anyway, so you know what I'm saying? Just understanding that there's agents in there, and some people saying that they're cleaving, but they're really not cleaving because they still have that mindset, you know, against us. Just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to literally pump my brakes and process all of this. And also, all skin folk ain't kin folk, right? So, so you know what I'm saying? I had to process all of this. And so, as fast forward to today, we're gonna fast forward to today, right? You know, the biggest talk in the Israelite community is whether or not Gentiles can be saved or not, right? That's one of the biggest talks in the community, and it's just proof of the Bible that we're jealous, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, some Israelites say that the Gentiles is talking about the northern kingdom, which absolutely makes no sense to me. Never did. Because why would we be jealous of our own brethren? Like, the Most High gave us the 12 tribes. He gave us the covenant. So why would we turn around and be jealous because they're coming? That, you know, that never made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But fast forward to today, I never thought that I was jealous. For a long time, I didn't. I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You know? And a sis sent me this video, right? About a couple of months ago. I want to say like May. Send me a video. Now, mind you, I didn't watch many of videos talking about whether or not Gentiles can or cannot be saved, right? Like I said, I read the scriptures, and based off of what I read, they can be. I don't believe they're going to be saved like how we will be saved, as far as like, you know, because they're going to be captives. They're going to be in captivity, right? But they're not going to be experiencing none of the things that we've experienced while we was in captivity. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I do believe that they can receive salvation. You know what I'm saying? Which I've always did. You know. And so anyway, I'm watching this video, and like I said, this is a big topic in the Hebrew streets. A lot of people don't. Well, some Israelites don't believe that they can be saved. They think that they're going to be doing some crazy things to the Gentiles, which is astronomical to me. And so, like I said, I've heard these conversations countless times, but this video, for some reason, hit differently. For some reason, it hit differently as I'm watching this video. And I'm just like, I'm listening to the brothers. So basically they're saying no, they can't be saved. They're all going to be destroyed. And that led me to believe, as after hearing that, I'm like, you know what? That just goes to show the Bible to be true, that we going to be jealous. The fact that we even having these conversations about whether they can or cannot be saved proves that we are jealous, right? And so I'm watching, and around this time is when I was feeling some way about a Gentile. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to get specific, but I was feeling some type of way about a Gentile. Like, dang, why they have to be with us, and why we can't ever have nothing to ourselves. This is what I'm thinking. I'm just being real. Why can't we? I want to be able to go to a place to where I could talk about my issues with my people, and it just be us. And why others gotta be a part of it? This is what's going on in my head, right? And so I'm going back and forth with this in my head, and the jealousy I started to feel. And I said, wow, okay. The Most High showed me, like, oh yeah, you're jealous. You know, for a long time, like I said, I never thought I was jealous. But at that moment, I was jealous. And I'm like, yeah, what do I do with these feelings? Because it's so easy for these feelings to fester into hate, right? And I don't want to do that. That's not something that I want to do. And the Most High, He let me. He was silent. I asked him, like, God, what do I do? He let me feel those emotions, and I'm glad He did, because I understand how we made Him feel when we provoked Him to jealousy. Okay, Afwa, good to see you. I understand how the Most High, how we made Him feel when we was worshiping other gods and all that stuff. So He allowed me to feel the jealousy. You know what I'm saying? And funny thing about it, you know, the Most High has this sense of humor. So the fact that I was going through this, right? This whole jealousy with the Gentiles, and trying to process my feelings and trying to navigate through this. So I'm watching this video. I'm, learning some things, but I'm moving, right? So I've already moved to my new place, but in the process of that, I'm packing up. I'm getting ready to move to my new spot. And I had a refrigerator that I wanted to give away because I was getting a brand new refrigerator, And so I pray to the Most High that whoever gets the refrigerator, they need it, right? I didn't say, y'all, can it be an Israelite that get it? None of that. I say, y'all, whoever needs the refrigerator, please bless that they the ones that get the refrigerator. And I gave it away for free. Wasn't trying to charge nobody for nothing. If you need it, you need it. You know what I'm saying? I understand being in need, not having the money, and you know what I mean? So anyway. So, funny thing, it was some Gentiles that came and got the refrigerator, right? In the midst of me feeling the way that I'm feeling. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all, you got a sense of humor. One of the Gentiles had a American flag shirt on. And I already feel some way about people that's, all about the American flag. You know what I'm saying? So they come, and I was just like, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm praying, talking to the Father. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, at the end of the day, He answered my prayer. I said, y'all, and the guy was like, thank you so much for this, because I really, really needed it, And I was just like, oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no problem. Like, I always want, I'm here, I'm glad to help. That's what I told him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could have been, because I was jealous and feeling some way, I could have been nasty and, oh, no, I'm not giving you. But the Bible says for us to be a light unto the Gentiles, right? So, yeah, you may feel some type of way because of what's being done, what has been done, what's being done. But you have to represent Yah no matter what, right? So as I'm watching this video, so going back to the video, as I'm watching this video, and it hit me, I said, why do I even care if the Gentiles can or cannot be saved? I don't care. I'm trying to make it into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That's not my concern of if they can get to the kingdom or not, or whoever. I mean, yes, to a degree, yes. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to pull people in to make it into the kingdom, but I'm not going to live my life obsessing over if Gentiles can be saved or not. Because me obsessing over that can cause me to not make it into the kingdom, right? Because it goes to, we got to understand iniquity, right? Because sin and iniquity can be synonymous, but it also can be very much so different, you know? And you don't want a feeling of something or someone to grow into iniquity and it turns into hate, right? So then at that point, you're being hateful. Now guess what? Now you didn't tore up your ticket into the kingdom because you have this hidden iniquity into your heart, and you can't operate like that. The Bible says we have to be a light into the Gentiles. Now the ones that I know, be it you are Israelite or non-Israelite and you are false, I don't want to be around you at all. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I take my salvation very seriously. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said the righteous scarcely would make it in. The Bible also talks about how 2/3 of us are going to be destroyed. I'm talking about blood-born Israelites going to be destroyed. Only 1/3 is going to make it, right? So why do I need to, or us as a community need to have conversations about if they can or cannot be saved? Are you going to make it into the kingdom? Are you living a life that's righteous to make it into the kingdom? You know? And like I said, I believe that they can be saved. I do believe that they can be saved, you know? And, um, but again, I'm not going to mistreat nobody. Gentile or not. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I know how to separate myself from people that's not good. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I that's what I do. Shalom, shalom, Elder Barawak. And that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I separate myself from people that is not living the life that I'm living, because how can two walk together except they be agreed, right? You know, and so it's not for us to, if you feel some way about the Gentile, it's not for you to mistreat them. Because we got to think about, why are we in this situation? Yeah, the Bible says they forward the affliction, right? But they wouldn't even have the opportunity to forward the affliction if we would have lived righteously. You know what I'm saying? So I think about that too. And so jealousy, yes. You know what I'm saying? We are jealous. But what do you do with that jealousy? Do you let the jealousy build up and it turn into hate? You know what I'm saying? Like some people have, and actually walked away from certain ministries and walked away from whatever they walked away from. That's not a good look, man. And how do you think the Father feel? You know what I'm saying? How do you think that he feel that you have let that iniquity grow, you know what I'm saying, into your heart? And so I want to encourage my brothers and sisters. I want to encourage y'all to not let iniquity grow in your heart. At the end of the day, we don't want iniquity to grow in our heart to where we can't make it into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And you have to accept it is what it is. The Bible say, Yahweh, vengeance is his. He gonna repay. So all the stuff that they doing and have done and continue to do to us, you got to turn it over to Yah. You know what I'm saying? Be the light that you are supposed to be, you know? And so when I realized that I was jealous and that I didn't know how to process these feelings, it took a month for me to get an answer from the Most High. Because I felt like, this is what I felt like. I felt like I have to dumb myself down because I'm around Gentiles. I have to, like, if a Gentile that's grafted in, I still have to dumb myself down. I can't talk about said issues that's bothering me and my people. and all this and this and that. I gotta be quiet because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That's the thought that I had in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But it hit me, and I said, wait a minute. No, I still can talk about the issues that I'm feeling. If I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling upset, if I'm whatever issue that's going on in regards to my people and what's happening to my people, and if I'm around a group of people and a Gentile happens to be there and I want to express how I feel, I'm still going to do that. I'm going to express my feelings because you know what I'm saying? And a Gentile that knows what's going on in this world and understands what's going on in this world will not be offended. And if they do get offended, that's the problem they got with themselves. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to never be disrespectful, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's not even my personality type anyway. You know what I mean? But I just want to, and I also want to encourage the Gentiles that is cleaving. Don't let the hate that some of these Israelites possess cause you to walk away from Yah. I want to encourage y'all too, because that can very much so happen. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, an Israelite don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. We ain't got a heaven or a hell to put you in. So don't be concerned about these people that's saying stuff that is hateful. And yeah, your feelings may be hurt. You know what I'm saying? It may be hurt. But the truth of the matter is, say that I hated you and Gentiles and I'm talking disdain and doing all this and this and that. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. So forget about what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So this is encouragement for the Gentiles grafted in, and encouragement for the Israelites, the true Israelites that feel some type of way. You got to cut that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, feel that type of way, because that way you understand how Yahweh felt when we provoked him to jealousy. That's what that jealousy is for us to understand how he felt. It's not for us to make it into hate other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, does that make any sense? So I just wanted to encourage it. You know what I'm saying? I want to encourage all of us. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's cleaving, which is a small minute, I believe. As a matter of fact, I know, because not many of them is going to accept the Messiah. You know, a lot of them hate us, and they show us all the time, you know. But this isn't just to encourage. This is to encourage all of us, even myself. I got to encourage myself, because for a while I didn't know how to deal with those feelings. But I also can see Satan was trying to creep in and make it go left. Listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm not worried about if the Gentile can go make it to the kingdom or not. That's not my concern. I'm trying to get there. I want to get in the kingdom, man. I'm not trying to be burning in the lake of fire for all eternity. I'm not trying to do that. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth you hating them so bad that you miss out on the kingdom. It's not worth it, you know? And yes, they have done a number on our people, but why though? Go back to the why. You know what I'm saying? It's because of what we did. We disobeyed. And again, they wouldn't have had a chance to thwart the affliction if we would have been obedient. So with that being said, that's what I wanted to say. I got a couple of verses that I want to read, and I don't know who this video is for, because like I said, the Most High woke me up out of my sleep. Because I already had all this together. I could have did the video, but I was dragging my foot. Like, no, maybe I don't need to do it, because K. Judah did the video, Elder Bear Walk, but not. Listen, Mr. Graham. Listen. Okay, I can't keep butchering your name, Mr. Graham. They talked about this. You know what I'm saying? NHIF, they did a video about this very topic, and lost some people. And lost some people because of the whole Gentiles can come into the kingdom. And that's sad. You willing to miss out on your salvation because of somebody else? Shalom, Mr. Gala. You willing to miss out on your salvation because of somebody else? You know, and that's not right. You know, and so I'm gonna read some of these verses, and I'm hopefully. Oh, I did good. I thought I was gonna be on here for a long time. I didn't want to be on here for a long time. Romans 3:4. God forbid. Now this verse popped into my mind when I was like, "Oh, I'm not jealous. I ain't jealous of the Gentiles. That's cool." Yeah, okay. The Most High was like, "Okay, you think you're not? I'm about to show you are." Romans 3:4. God forbid, yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Let every man be a liar, let God be true. You get what I'm saying? So, Deuteronomy 32:21. They have moved. This is what we do with the jealousy that we feel for the Gentiles. Listen to this. Deuteronomy 32:21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. We understand how Yah feel. That's what the jealousy is for. To understand how Yah felt and feel when we do that stuff. That's what the jealousy is for. Nothing else. Psalm 78:58. For they provoked him to anger with their high places and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. Yep, that's what I just read. Everybody walk 32:21. Acts 13:47. I mean, I could have had a whole plethora of verses, but I didn't even do all that. I just wanted to share what I went through. You know what I'm saying, and how I overcame that jealousy that I was experiencing. You know, Acts 13:47. For so hath the Lord commanded us, saying. Oh, no, my bad. Psalm 78:58. For they provoked him to anger with their high places and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. That's what we did. Hey, Janine. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We provoked the Most High to jealousy. Think about that. See, when we dwell on the jealousy that we have for the Gentiles, we make it about us. We're making it about us. It's not about us. We gotta understand how we made Yah feel. So that should make you want to live even more righteous. Like, it should make you want to live right in Yah's eyes. It should make you want to be a light unto the Gentiles. You get what I'm saying? Acts 13:47. For so hath the Lord commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles, that thou shouldest be for salvation unto the ends of the earth. That's what we supposed to be doing. The jealousy is not for us to be in our feelings about Gentiles. It's for us to be in our feelings about how Yah felt about what we made, how we made him feel. Lastly, Isaiah 49:6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that they mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. And that's what we have to do with that jealousy, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to encourage my people. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. I do. I love my people to death. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see, just like y'all don't want nobody to perish, I don't either. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us gonna die and not live in the kingdom because of our rebelliousness, our stubbornness, you know what I'm saying? We make things about us. It's never about us. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to encourage my folks, and that's my spill of the Gentile salvation thing. And I hope I made sense, because I kind of feel like I was all over the place even with my notes. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, to the Gentiles that's cleaving to us, that's truly cleaving to us, I'm not attacking y'all. Never am I attacking y'all. Never that. I'm going to encourage y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Because we in this together. We live in a wicked world. You know what I'm saying? And when it's all said and done, these races, son of a guns that's out here racist, they gonna see that they was being used the entire time because they don't even love y'all. The one that's doing their dirty work for these higher ups, you people that's doing, y'all helping the higher ups accomplish what they accomplishing. And once they finish with y'all nothing to them too. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, and I think I've said what I need to say, and I do have a couple more videos that I got working on, and we kind of talked about it today in Sagala's Zoom class, and which was good. I love Miss Sagala. I love Elder Barrett Walk, Mr. Graham, Brother Graham. Cause listen, I need a class on how to say your name, because I don't like butchering people's names, because people butcher my names all the time. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, oh yeah, also I want to show you guys something. If y'all can, I don't know if y'all can see this. So I don't know how to put it, but it's a app called His. If you got an iPhone, you Android users, sorry, not right now. I think he's coming up soon, but it says His. Let's say His Word, that app. The brother Jediah has an app. He's a Hebrew teacher. Yes, man, Sagala, you are my heart. You know, but Jediah has an app, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome. He teaches Hebrew. He writes it. He speaks it fluently. You know, and we got some good people in this awakening, you know. But anyway, Elder Brock, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to upgrade yourself to a better phone. You know, everybody, I gotta mess with you, Elder. You know what I'm saying? This is all love. Oh, thank you, Mr. Graham. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I did make sense. Okay, so well, you guys enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I know it's late where y'all at, and I just wanted to get that out there. And always remember, Matthew 22:14 says, remember this: for many are called, few are chosen. Thank you, Sagala, for putting that in the chat. So whoever watches on a replay, that's the link. You know what I'm saying? You can click on that link to get the app. It's bomb, man. I love the app. I've been reading so much and studying and just trying to learn these words. And yeah, I seen this, Sagala. Thank you for putting it in there. Yeah, but Matthew 22:14 says, for many are called, few are chosen. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful evening. And y'all willing, my next video will be next week. Y'all willing, I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Love you. Bye.